Now he's going to go into contention with Mixtery. Now, I do want to say that Maister has fought a good amount of times against Hazard. Now, everybody like, oh, Dio, but Hazard's a Dr. Mario. What are you talking about? He's also a Lucas, so shut up.
Big Lucas.
Right? So he's very, very good, and he also has other Lucas within his region. So I'm thinking that he has a little bit of matchup experience here, but doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
We have a young one.
Yeah, Mixtery usually going Lucas. I really like the Lucas render. He looks good in the render for the scoreboard. But looks like we're getting a counter pick here. I think Game & Watch probably beats Lucas pretty hard. I know he beats Ness really hard, so it makes sense to me that we're going to be seeing something different. But this isn't working so well so far as a backer comes through to make for the first time, a 0 to death here.
Yeah.
On our block. So far, it's all Maister.
Yep, Maister is just looking very, very strong, and this is something that you expect from somebody with one of the biggest sponsors as of this moment, right? Luminosity, especially because Maister has just been playing very, very well within the tournament overall. If I recall correctly, I think he got 3rd within doubles with SkyJ yesterday. And he's always just on the top of his game, making sure that every single one of his interactions counts, especially because he knows that he cannot underestimate any of his opponents. And that's like one of the top players that I see does that the most. Like he says, you know what? I'm going to give you a respectful match. I'm going to fight you at my full potential 100% of the time.
It's easy to think like, oh, you know, it's a pools opponent and I'm going to just, you know, mess around, maybe play a different character. But Maister is a player that no matter if you're the best player in the world or you are a person that's never been to a Smash event playing on Joy-Cons, he will play the same way.
Yeah.
And he will play very consistently. He plays a very dominating and very controlled game plan that becomes something where people either love or hate Maister for the gameplay. But personally, I love seeing somebody that, no matter what level of opponent, is going to give you the same amount of energy, give you the same amount of difficulty. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be hard to fight Maister.
Oh yeah, 100% of the time. Like I accidentally stumbled upon his stream once while I was playing like quick play. Don't do that. Don't actually. If you love yourself, do not play quick play.
Yeah.
But I was actually able to like catch Maister once, and he just completely eviscerated me.
Yeah, he just does that all the time. He's just like, no matter what, he's going to give you his all. So.
Yeah. So it's like something that's quite normal, I would dare say, to see how Maister is just ever so dominant within this type of matchups, right? Where I mean, it's a very projectile-heavy character within Young Link, but the thing is, he's also easy to kill, I would dare say. He just goes and gets that forward, that's going to be it. A 3-stock for the second time this commentary block, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
We see a 3-stock, but none as dominant as Maister just right now. Against Mixtery of all things. Like, Mixtery is a known name here within Mexico. So.
Yeah. Overall, Maister starting off with a big 3-stock on a counter pick from Mixtery, trying to change it up a little bit. Doesn't quite want to fight, you know, the Lucas Game & Watch. I think I heard 4.
Oh, shot, right? Like, there's no way.
I think Mixtery just trying to make anything happen here that's not playing Lucas Game & Watch.
I mean, at this point, nobody feels comfortable playing against Game & Watch, but no, we have Young Link.
Oh, I think I missed it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. But like we go back again, and this could be La Fichita. This could be a Fichita moment, right? Because you never know what tricks now Mixtery's gonna have up his sleeve, especially because you know it was a very dominant game right here coming from Maister, especially right there within the ledge. Within the first occasion that we saw Mixtery within the ledge, Maister was able to capitalize and take him out. So the fact that he's now on there and he hasn't lost his stock is already a big improvement.
Quarter comes through from Maister, and that's a 13% stock for Maister so far.
Yeah. It's looking rough. I'm gonna be real with you. Like
I try to be an insightful commentator and give like not advice, but like what I think could be different.
But what can you do against it? It's like so oppressive.
It's really hard, like just playing against Maister in general. And I think just in general, there's like slight timing and spacing issues on the side of Mixtery where you know, throwing out projectiles in spots where Maister can burst into it. The on-shield pressure is something that you have to be very careful about. But as you know, if Mixtery can continue to use these projectiles in a way that doesn't give bucket charge, but also just puts out hitboxes in where Maister wants to approach, can find a little bit more success and maybe some 3% here and then. But you know, it's easier said than done. Obviously, I'm just here watching while you have to fight the one of the best Game & Watchers in the world. So.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, right? It's always, that's something that I like always say to people, like it's one thing to be here on the microphone, it's another to be the one pressing the button.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why
There's a reason they're there and we're down here.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
And this is once again that just very unfortunate angle. The way that Maister has been constantly going back and forth with Mixtery right here is just overall insane. The pressure he can apply, goes in for one jab, tries to get the grab, unfortunately not able to do so. He's even going right now for the judges, which means that he's feeling very, very comfortable within this matchup right here, even though reflecting every single one of the projectiles that even gives him a little bit of reaction to be able to go for. Either he jumps them or reflects them overall, and Mixtery is just completely struggling to be able to find that opening that he needs. Goes in for the back throw right here. Once again, Franklin trying to make his appearance, but will there be a chair? There will be no chair, and there will be no kill setup either coming from Mixtery, and I don't want to think that this is going to be the second 3-stock.
Dude, Maister's going for a 9-stock.
Yeah, at this point, he wants the 9 with the judge, and he also wants the 9 right here. But finally, no 6-stock. We have Mixtery's first one right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is just ever so difficult for him. Just goes in for the Sarah. Sit down! Siéntate!
Take the chair. You want to sit down? That's going to be a very dominant game number 2 for Maister. Mixtery maybe needs to mix it up with going Lucas. I think that the young Link, although might be mentally a little bit easier to think about, it's probably pretty hard to make them,
yeah.
Oh, we heard Mixtery switching over to the Lucas, so this should be a lot better.
Is it though?
I like to be a person that gives players the assumed good in a player and say maybe this is all you needed.
Yeah, like at this point, like we know for a fact that Mixtery is known for his Lucas, right? So of course that's also something that we say here in Mexico whenever we see players throw out their secondaries first because they're not quite confident within it. It's just like trust your main, bro. Like that, there's a reason why they're your main, because that's the character that you clicked with. That's the character that you feel comfortable with. And if you haven't, well, you need to start scouting again, right?
Yeah.
And there's no time to do it within bracket. Like you can't just start scouting out and say, oh, I'm a Mr. Game & Watch main. Let me try out Corin or something like that. Like
exactly.
You just can't go for that. Especially right here at Mixtery, already doing very, very good within the first instances I mentioned before. Maister just went ham overall. But look, this still is something that he's feeling very comfortable with overall. But just once again, Maister very, very dominant. However, I really do think that Mixtery with Lucas can do even more damage than what they proposed beforehand. Wow, he's able to sneak a back air before he air dodges. That's insane.
Double Nair comes out for Maister as Mixtery doing a lot more percent than he did in game number 1 on the first 2 stocks, but still nowhere near ready to close out his stock versus Maister. As the chair comes through, give him a seat, and Mixtery has a big mountain to climb. I don't want to count him out yet, but it's looking pretty bad.
Yeah, it's difficult. I'm gonna be real with you, but at this point, he's trying what he can. He tries to go in for the down air, but just that Nair is so big, and he's stuffed out so many options right here. Now trying to go in every single combo that he does hurts him like there's no other terminology for pain or anything, and that's what he wanted to avoid at all costs, was trying to fill up that bucket for the oil panic. And intercepting with that up air, very interesting. We saw that he didn't have, he was barely able to sway out of that hitbox, but just knows right here that 110% is kill percent right here for Lucas, especially if you go either for a back throw at the ledge or maybe even an up throw within these type of instances. But look at the way that Maister also just simply pressures by being near the area of the ledge to say, you know what, if you try to rope, I will go down there and back at you, but it's not even necessary. Just go ahead, says, you know what, sit down. The 8 stock is here, only 1 stock taken within the half of Mixtery, and just completely dominance. And this is what we were saying, textbook matchup experience and just experience overall coming from Maister. Very dominant.
Yeah, and that's going to be Maister moving on to the winners round 4. I believe that's going to start being a top 32 qualifier. So overall, a very, very good showing from Maister in the Lucas and Young Link matchup. As we get into farther in the bracket, I mean, that's probably one of the worst draws possible in the world as a Lucas player, is to play Maister. So unfortunately for Mixtery, is going to be falling to the losers bracket, but you know, tried his best for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those matchups that can be very polarizing, like right off the bat. it's one of the matchups that can be very polarizing, and then add that to the fact that it's Meister the person that you're fighting against, so it's really just a recipe for destruction, right? And this is what we were talking about the venue. Like, look at this. It's a very big gym. It's give or take what? How many people do you think that there are right now?
In the venue, probably like
200,
closer
150.
Yeah, probably like two. I would say like 250 or something.